How about that? Can you hear me now? Anybody? Anybody? Can you hear me? You should be able to hear me. It's I don't know what the deal is. Has my mic gone out on the computer? It should have been working, but I plugged in my headphones, which has a mic on it, so you guys can hear me fine now. Good deal. All right, so y'all heard nothing so far. So, you saw the title. Welcome to LOCKBEARD Random Live, number 92, LOCKBEARD Band. As I assume many of you noticed, this is not the normal channel, right? And because my channel shut down for a week. The normal LOCKBEARD channel is shut down for a week. I've received a strike, and apparently in that last stream, they didn't like me exposing lies and bullshit. What they sent me was, they said, we reviewed your content carefully and have confirmed that it violates our spam, deceptive practices, and scams policy. I was exposing scams. I was exposing deceptive practices. This is ridiculous, ass backwards shit, YouTube. It really is. I think most people would agree with me on this. Whoever Can is, just repeating "I hate LOCKBEARD" over and over again is far enough into the realm of spamming my chat that you are blocked. I'm not timing out. You're blocked. You can criticize me, and I'm all for free speech, but just spamming "I hate LOCKBEARD" over and over again is just spamming my chat. I actually do not give a fuck if you hate me. I give zero fucks. I don't know who the fuck you are. You can go fuck yourself. I don't give a fuck. Hate me all you want. Bye. So let me check chat out here. Well, I should say the date. It's Tuesday, September 13th. An early random live. People probably aren't used to me doing a morning in America anyway. But I see no reason to go ahead and get underway. I'm in a hotel still, so don't have to check out for a few hours. So I might as well just do a random live right now, and I can get underway later. It was on just a little excursion to see a friend, and then I had an interview this morning. So so on and so forth. But B Lynn's here. B Lynn says, "Good day. What up? What's up, LOCKBEARD?" I'm banned, Derek. Derek over the pond says, "No sound here, folks." Yeah, I guess I'll skip a lot of that stuff. Bat Mom is here. What's up? Yeah, 5 second delay. Who else is here? Icon sees Mr. No. And He asked, "Since when are you up this early, Earl?" I'm up every morning at about 5, actually. Sometimes earlier. This morning I woke up about 4:30, something like that. I only sleep about 5 hours, and so yeah. But here I be. So I'll have to. I imagine, um, yeah, because this won't show up in chat um, later, and then instead of just uploading this live stream recording to YouTube, I think I'm going to try the screen record function to capture the actual chat. Um, so, because people might want to see what who I'm talking to, what's going on. Maybe they want to follow up on, because I can't put every message on the screen. So, but it would show, you know, uh, a smaller, this window will be shrunk down over here. So it'd be like you're looking at a share screen, full screen. Um, and see how that works out. I might try uploading it like that so that the chat actually does get transferred over to the normal channel once I can upload to my normal channel again. Because I don't like that. Because before, when this has happened, I've been able to upload the video, but the chat doesn't come with it. It doesn't come over. I can't just. I mean, YouTube should fix this stupid thing, where if I have a video and a chat and a live stream that was done on another channel, if I want to move it to another channel, just for whatever reason I may have, maybe I want to copy it over onto my a spare channel or something. Just have that function, but they don't have it as far as I know. Yeah, Batman says that's ridiculous. Jen's here. Welcome. Welcome. Icon says, Oi can use the N word to begin with. Wouldn't have blocked him or her otherwise. Did Can use that? I didn't see. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah. What kind of ridiculous spam ass bullshit was? I didn't even catch that part. I just saw a bunch of letters. I was just thinking it was spam, but if you put them all together, bad, bad Can. Go fuck yourself, Can. Mr. Lee is here. Hello, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee. Everybody spread the word. Saturday, I will still do Lockbeard Phenomena at the regular time. I'll just have to do it on this channel and then upload it onto the regular channel the next day. Well, it might be the day. It'll be the day. 2 days later, I'll be able to re-upload it or upload it onto the regular channel. Oh, we got Jesus Christ. Kappa in, yeah. Someone must already block that one because I can't seem to get to the function to block it. Batmom says he's also on Oki time. I'm on. Lockbeard time. Villainous says I kind of forgot I wasn't a moderator. I wasn't a moderator here, and was trying to block it. You're not a moderator here? I made everybody moderators over here, didn't I? Let me go over on the channel and check. Why can't I? I should be. Why can't I do this? It doesn't give me the option even on YouTube. Oh, I know why. I know why. Hold on a second. I'm on the wrong account on YouTube. We'll fix that. Yeah. No, almost no moderators on the other channel, and a bunch of moderators on this one. Almost no moderators on the other channel, and a bunch of moderators. Let me see here. All right. Jeez. Hate pop-ups. This may be Lennon, a moderator. Mr. Lee. Moderator. Well, thank you, moderator. You were a moderator before, and then you had that whole meltdown. Angel Nolan. You were a moderator before, and then you had that whole moderator. Oh yeah, somebody got the Kappa in word out of here. I see. Awesome. Oh yeah, somebody got the Kappa in word. Good gosh, what a mess. Yeah, we were getting spammed there. Bat Mom's moderator now as well. I got B Lynn. Bat Mom's moderator now as well. All right. All right, let me get back over here on StreamYard. Like I says, right on. Didn't know you were an early bird. Yeah, that's why I can't do late night. And I don't want to shift my schedule around. That would be bad. So like, when you get up at the 10 or 11 o'clock at night, I start getting tired. It's time for bed almost. Mr. Lee, is it good evening for Mr. Lee? Well, he's 6 hours ahead of us, so it's mid-afternoon for him. It should be. He's 6 hours ahead of us, so it's mid-afternoon. Good day to Mr. Lee. Yeah, welcome, Mr. Lee. Welcome to Angel. Good day to Mr. Lee. Yeah, welcome, Mr. Lee. Welcome to Angel. Icon says, howdy to everyone else I missed too. Jen says, name of the other one too. Name of the other one. Yeah, the name. Yeah, they like to stick their naughty stuff in the names now too. So that even if you block them out, the name is still there. Yeah. How's it the YouTube could figure out that something I'm saying on my stream, but they can't figure out these spam bots? They're not that hard to spot, especially when they blatantly put the N-word in some of this stuff. B. Lynn says, Lockbeard, may I be a moderator here? I have references. I already made you one. Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, oh, how I've missed you. Yeah. Missed you too, Mr. Lee. Icon says, geez, even Mr. Lee doesn't have a blue tool. Well, if Mr. Lee had a blue tool before, and then he kind of had a breakdown because of losing faith in some of the people that he follows. Some shit went down, and he's like, I don't want any wrenches anymore. But I'll go ahead and give it back to him. Oh, we have the same spam bot. You guys are morons. You know that? You spam bots. You goddamn morons. B. Lynn says, Mr. Lee, show Lockbeard your references. You spammers, we're just going to block you out. I don't know why you're here. I think YouTube sends some of these. YouTube don't like me. Now suddenly I'm getting hit with a spam attack, like immediately. Like, how did this person even find it? I had a hard time finding this stream on YouTube myself. Like, it took a little, so how does these morons here, how do they find it? I think YouTube actually sends these goddamn spam bots sometimes. Damn it, I wish I owned a majority of this company. I'd be showing up saying, look, Some shit's gonna stop. Stop the censorship. Unfortunately, don't have that kind of money. Don't have that kind of power. That's a huge, huge. Plus, they have special like shares and stuff that like everybody can't own. So it's rigged. It's rigged where you can't like come in and I don't even think you can buy a majority and take over from your majority in shares because they got special shares and so that's not really public, you dipshits. That's not really public. Miss Lisa Lockbird, you're in a hotel room. Any bed bugs there? There were a whole bunch of them, Miss Lee, but they ran out in fear and went to some other hotel room. B says, "Woohoo! Thanks, Lockbird. You're welcome." Angel says, "You're getting spammed again, just not bad words." Yeah. Yeah, but we got so many blue wrenches we could beat the crap out of anything in here. Mr. Lee says it is 3:19 p.m. here, 10:20 a.m. where B Lynn's at. So you're in the Eastern Standard Time region. It's 9:20 here. Mr. Lee says you're echoing, Lockbeard. Is it really bad? Because for some reason my sound is not working on the laptop microphone. So I'm using the headphones. So should I put? Yeah, I can't be just listening like that. That's ridiculous. I mean, hopefully you can't hear it very well. I don't know what to do here. I mean, maybe I can figure something out to mute it somehow. Yeah, that ought to help. That should be better, Mr. Lee. Hopefully. Tell me if it is. Mr. Lee says, I had a meltdown. Yeah. Yeah, people stop making Mr. Lee meltdown. He's usually real cool, calm, and collected. Angel says, some jerk probably reports a stream instead of being an adult and leaving the chat. Yeah, from Sunday night? I can guess because I don't know. How was that? I thought they might throw medical misinformation or some bullshit like that. No, spam and deceptive practices, apparently. What the hell? And I kind of wonder, maybe it was Kitty. Maybe it was the Cosmic Kitty troll that was claiming they were going to report me and stuff. So maybe they did. But hey, whatever. A week off on YouTube. I'll just do my streams over here and re-upload them over there at the end of the ban period, and the strike will fall off soon enough. Yeah, there we go. Mr. Lee says it's probably the cat lady again. It could be freaking cat lady. Starting to think that she's a real serious troll. I don't know what to do about that. Icon says your stream popped up right away this AM. Did it? Awesome. Jen says, Lock, shut your other YouTube. You're echoing. No, it's not. Well, yeah, I guess I could do that, couldn't I? You're right. Yeah, that's my problem right there. I don't know. I wasn't thinking. Icon says, thank you, Jen. Icon says, Mr. Lee, wait, red hair, blue tool. Are you a velvet monkey? What? Oh, I hate Lockbeard's nasty bum. Oh, you are just so creative. Are you proud of yourself? Are your parents proud of you? Jesus Christ. Mr. Lee says, Icon. No, my mom always said red and green should never be seen. Don't know if that applies to blue. Mr. Lee says, "You're getting trolled so bad, Mr. Lee. Well, slap them down, man. Slap them down." Mr. Lee says, "I have the ninja finger, though." You have the ninja finger? Let's see if I can spot that. Yeah. See where Mr. Lee got that one. Mr. Lee's quick on the draw. B-Lin says, "Mr. Lee, yeah, leaving nothing for the rest of the mods." Well, I figured I'd risk the free for all over on this channel. Um, and maybe it kind of allows a little testing ground anyway. So if I didn't want to do any mods on the other channel. I just wanted just free speech, blah blah blah. But it appears that these spam bots, which I'm telling you, YouTube's got to be allowing it. They jump on other shit so quick. Their little AI algorithm shit just jumps on other shit real quick. How do they not catch this stuff? How they not? How is it they don't? So I think YouTube's allowing this bullshit on purpose. Can't prove that, but no, this doesn't make any damn sense. This doesn't make any damn sense. This is obvious spam behavior. Some people, if they post too many emojis in their messages, it won't show up unless you switch from top chat to live chat. So something like that. But yet this here, that if their algorithm works so well, I mean, you had a message repeated 5 6 7 times with the word hate in it. You think that their freaking algorithm would be smart enough to figure out, okay, we got some spam going up in here. B said, or Mr. Lee says, "B, step it up, girlfriend." Jen says, "Icon 1, Jen 2, Mr. Lee 1. Who's next?" B Lynn says, "Trying, you're too fast." Jen's keeping count. I'm last, says B. Jen says, "Next one's yours, B." Yeah. They seem to come in like 4 or 5. Like they'll have 4 or 5 different names. And then they'll stop. So it may be over. Mr. Lee says, "Lockbeard, last week someone did try to hack me, but luckily my girlfriend has 2-step notification." Oh man. Yeah. That kind of security is getting to be more and more important. Angel says, "V-Lin, I am with you. My internet is crappy, so often a lag." Yep, that's yours, says V-Lin. Icon says, "Okay, I have to go over to the local horse farm and diffuse a neighbor dispute. We'll check back later. If I don't make it back in time, have a great day, y'all. Regards." V-Lin says, "Okay, Icon." Yeah, good luck. So, yeah, it's dumb stuff. Dumb stuff. YouTube's messing with me again. Kind of wonder if that's a sign that they didn't use the medical misinformation because it can be demonstrated pretty well that it's not medical misinformation. You can go check on a lot of the stuff that I said yourself and find out. Um, and unless they've hidden some of it, But if you look into it, there's some issues with all these things. They know it. They just mess with me because I dare to say something about it, and they're afraid a few people might hear it and might dig a little deeper and so on and so forth. Mr. Lee says, Icon, ride that horse, dude. Mr. Lee says, it looks like a nice hotel room. Can we have a tour? It's just, I don't know. It's got like a kitchenette over there and bathroom and beds. Oh shit. There you go. There's your tour. There's your tour, Mr. Lee. From the Sunday night stream, Mr. Lee. The email says, we reviewed your content carefully and have confirmed that it violates our spam, deceptive practices, and scams policy. Which I tried to appeal and they still rejected. So Jen says, channel issue. That always happens when you have a coronary. Yeah. Mr. Lee says, looks fancy. Oh, it's just a hotel room, pretty standard hotel room. Jen says, what was your interview for a Lockbeard? I don't know how much I want to reveal about that. I mean, it was a job interview. It'll be something where I can keep my feet on the ground. I don't want to climb up on any more high-ass towers like that. It'll be very outdoors, and there will be traveling to multiple states if I get the job. But I don't want to say exactly anything. No, it was the 9/11 random live. Random live number 91. It's gone. It's gone. They took it down. Probably tonight I'll work on because it was taken down so quickly, because I got it set where my videos automatically copy over to Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. And but because it got taken down so quickly, it won't be over there. And besides, the stream got cut out because of a copyright issue before I closed out. So I just closed out, and because I could see, up here you see the well, I don't know if you see it, but I see the number of viewers, and it dropped to 0 because they shut down the stream. So anyway, it's recorded, so I can just copy it over to those other platforms: Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. I have channels over on all three of those, and most of my stuff should be over there. I mean, one of these days, because I don't like the fact that there are some things that haven't made it over there. I'm pretty sure still, and I've had various issues with them. Hopefully, all those platforms are improving the functionality and the ability to get shit over there, and the live streaming, and like you have to pay extra for live streaming on Rumble. I think that's why I don't do, and I can't link it up to it isn't one of the options you can pick on StreamYard. So I don't know, and like I tried to fix the deal where you send them some kind of code. Anyway, it wasn't working, so I just have to do the automatic upload. I can't actually live stream to those three platforms. I'd rather do that. I'd rather just live streams to all the platforms. And I'm not doing Facebook. Facebook can fuck all the way off. Zuckerberg could take his worthless, pathetic ass and go fuck himself with his goddamn Facebook. I hope Facebook dies. I hear Facebook isn't doing so well these days. It is sick. It is faltering. It deserves it. I hope it collapses and dies. YouTube is just about as bad though, but unfortunately, it's a necessity. It's the primary platform for doing this kind of stuff here, and yeah. So you gotta play with YouTube to do much in this kind of, because I don't know, maybe one day one of the other platforms will start to supersede YouTube, but for now it's the big one, and you kind of have to use it if you're going to do this kind of stuff. Mr. Lee says Lockbeard might come to London. What? I'm kind of afraid to travel these days, Mr. Lee. Things are so squirrely in this world, and my passport has expired now, so I don't even know. Like, they're probably gonna be like, you need to have a vax. Oops, said that word. And I'm gonna have to tell them to go fuck themselves. And of course, the last times I was traveling, they wanted to put you through that radiation booth, and I'm like, no. I was like, you do the pat down. I gotta get on this stupid plane. I have to go through some kind of violation of my rights to fucking move about freely as a free human being. Jesus Christ. They used that whole fake terror attack. The inside job. Everybody fucking knows it that's been paying attention. They use that to justify all kinds of violations of our personal rights in America. So that needs to be talked about. It needs to be talked about incessantly. These young people who weren't even born don't know fuck all about this unless they've really, really researched. So, but yeah, Mr. Lee, I mean, I'd love to go do some traveling if I could afford to do all that. I mean, for the channel, actually, I think it would be great to make it a traveling kind of thing where I could go and talk to interesting people all over the place, and I'll just go to them, forget this trying to get people to come to where, like Joe Rogan does, he gets people to come to him generally. Fuck that. I'll just go to them, get a travel trailer and set it up as a studio and drive everywhere. And, now as far as overseas, it'd probably have to take place a little differently, but, I don't know what that's within, how that, be hotel rooms or some shit like that. But But I'd like to go. I'd like to be able to visit a lot of places in the world before it freaking broke. But our governments are making it really, really hard. Jen says, "Cool. Sounds like a good fit for you. Good luck. Thank you." B says, "Best wishes, prayers for success, Lockbeard. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you." Miss Lisa's girlfriend even says, "Why can't you grow beard like Lockbeard?" I suspect she has a secret lust for you. Uh-oh. Yeah. It's still short, Mr. Lee. Um, it's almost time I can reinstall my beard lock, and then pretty soon put in the rest of the locks so my beard can be the way it's supposed to be. Mr. Lee says she has a secret lust for Christian Bale. Just saying. Oh shit. Yeah, you were talking about Tom Cruise's tirades. What about Christian Bale? Yeah, slowly but surely, it needs to. Gotta get past that 1,000 mark to get monetized and all that stuff. If I could make a decent wage with YouTube and beekeeping, that would be pretty ideal. And then that beekeeping would fit in with the traveling, right? Because if I could just plan it like seasonally, right? So I land in like Montana sometime in the summer, and I could have a bee yard there, and then like meet people there and bring them on the channel and do that whole thing. And and then in the wintertime, maybe I pop up in Florida in the coldest part of the winter, and I have a bee yard there, and so I tend my bees while I'm there, and and interview people in Florida, meet people in Florida. If I ever end up in Florida, I might have to hunt me some hoaxers. Might be able to catch some hoaxers in the act if I'm there at the right time. Miss Lee says, "I've started to grow a beard again. It's getting chilly here now. Not as good as you though." Well, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go for years, Mr. Lee. Gotta let it go for years. Although I don't know what this is. This is 8 months. I think I've been regrowing 8 months. B. Lynn says, "Mr. Lee 3PO. Personally, I swear I just wear scarves when it's cold." Well, um, men have a little benefit there. But I mean, I think that is, that's one of the things why men were going out into some pretty harsh conditions often, and maybe part of why we have that to hunt and to take care of the tribe. Beelan says, "Lockbeard, a job where you can travel sounds perfect. Fit your plans." Yeah, it would work. It would work all right. I think. I don't know. The problem with like this job is is you got to work. You know, it isn't like if I was doing YouTube and beekeeping. Well, I can beekeep by day, YouTube by night, and I make my own schedule. The problem is scheduling with working for someone else. Working for myself, I can schedule shit, but it's going to be a long time before I build up the bees to like. I have to get another bee yard. I can't. Um, I can't do everything I need to do where I got my bees currently, and and I need to get a BR my first, because I don't have my own property anymore. I sold my property a couple of years ago that I did have, and so that's going to take money. Freaking housekeeping. Fluff your pillow. um, yeah. So I mean, so I don't know how much the job, because there's going to be a crew with me, and that's going to interfere. Um, Sometimes we'll have to be sharing hotel rooms. So being a company vehicle, probably, it's just so many things that will logistically fuck everything up. But Mr. Lee says, B, I knew one lady that had a beard, freaked me out. Mr. Lee, that sounds kind of intolerant. B Lynn says, Mr. Lee, hormone problems are terrible. Yeah, Mr. Lee, did you offer to pluck her beard? Mr. Lee says, B, your ladies should take care of that right away. It's not a very nice to look at. B Lynn says, well, Lockbeard, thanks for mod. Must head out for the errands. Talk to y'all later. Everyone, thank you for coming, B Lynn. See you later. Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard has a girlfriend coming around. No, that was just a housekeeper getting a jump on her, getting an early jump on cleaning the room. Jen says, get the extra Andes candy. Oh no, I don't want them. Mr. Lee's gonna be sad. Last night, I saw a Chinese buffet that I thought I'd give it the full the full attack and jump off of keto and just eat whatever I wanted there. Um, Seriously, freaking regretting it. Digestively wise, this morning today, um, and and partially because the food wasn't that great. They had a sushi bar that had like four different options, and not one piece of raw meat was involved. So it was extremely disappointing. I couldn't even find one with freaking cream cheese in it. At least something that. So they had a couple items that were fairly decent, but in general, I have to give it thumbs down, and I'll never go back to the place again. B. Lynn says, Mr. Lee, no, I'm grateful I don't have that issue. Yeah, have a great day, B. Mr. Lee says, Lockbreeding knucklehead, zero willpower. Well, it wasn't a matter of, like, what was yesterday? It was a 12, so I'd like 10 days straight of keto and mostly carnivore, really. Not just keto, but mostly carnivore. Because I had like some boiled squash when I was at the one buffet, but um, I had some seaweed salad with some sashimi. Like I told them to hold the rice, hold the salad, hold the freaking whatever that soup shit is, and just had seaweed salad. So that's not meat, but so keto, but not 100% carnivore. But I was pretty hungry, and I was just like, well, let me try this place out. And because I'm up here, at least I have been up here where I'm at pretty regularly. So, um, and I was hitting Olive Garden every time I come up here, but man, you can't eat shit at Olive Garden if you're trying to stay keto. So, um, they carb the shit out of you there. Yeah, Mr. Lee. Jen says you'd be in trouble here. Got a Chinese buffet across the street from me. It's actually not too bad. Well, there's one I used to go to where I could just because you don't have to get the sushi. Like they have a plate of just raw fish just sitting there, so you can grab all the freaking raw fish you want and go to town. Be straight up carnivore about it if you wanted to. They have like some broiled squid, so no breading. I mean, you can get the normal um, fried squid, the calamari, but it's got breading. But they do have like a boiled squid option. Um, you could go over to the guy with the two sticks on the big flat grill, the Japanese grill or whatever they call it. And as long as you select the right stuff off of that selection there, you can eat keto as hell or even straight up carnivore if you wanted to. So, so occasionally you find a good Chinese buffet where you can like make it work. You can actually be straight up carnivore or keto, but it's hard at other places. Like the one I went to last night, it that you just can't. There's just really no way. Like even the steak chunks, like they had like just steak, but it had like sweet, like kind of like a barbecue sauce on it, so it's ruined, and it was overcooked. It's I don't like well done steak. I don't like medium well done steak. I want rare ass steak, and this was far from that. So I won't be going back there again. Mr. Lee says, Jen, you must move immediately. Gosh, you ever move because of that? Jen says, except Criff's and the pubs, Mr. Lee. Jen says, Mr. Lee, not been in there for almost a year. Mr. Lee says, Jen, I do go to see my mates on weekend. I have a few pints of ale. Yeah, nothing fizzy though. Jen says, but this one always has steamed salmon and crab legs. So there's more than the usual rice based option. Yeah, but man, this like when they do have salmon like that, a lot of times it's just kind of sketchy. It smells fishy and don't smell fresh. And then the other buffet I was talking about where you can't eat carnivore, they do occasionally have some crab legs, but they're so small. It's like this is just enough to piss you off. It's not. By the time you break those little legs open, there's this little bitty freaking spaghetti noodle of meat, and it's just like not even worth it. Mr. Lee says it is so funny to watch drunk people flopping all over. Jeez, yeah. I I could deal with never ever witnessing drunken people again. That would be fine for me. It's such a pointless activity to me. I'm not interested in not I have no interest in it. So, Jen says, yeah, the one here has big king crab legs, so it's a nice big ones. Yeah. King crab has a strange I mean, I still eat it. It's so good. It's just it has a strange taste to it that I don't I like the taste of snow crab better than king crab. There's something about the some weird taste to king crab. But king crab, I'm okay with that taste because if I get into some king crab, I'm actually getting some meat pretty quick. So, but then you got to deal with what is that butter that they claim is butter? What are they giving you there? If it's margarine, you almost got to like get you a little thermos with melted butter in it and sneak it in with you and say, "Look, I can't eat y'all's butter. That is some freaking butter flavored cottonseed oil bullshit right there." Mr. Lee says crab, lobster, oh man, I love it with butter and lemon. Oysters, my favorite. All seafood good in Britain. I still haven't haven't had lobster that I found to be impressive at all, really. Um, but then again, I've only eaten lobster, I think, twice. They're both times they were at Red Lobster, and so I don't know if I'm just when I tried it, it was at a bad restaurant. You know what I mean? Very expensive though. Yeah, yeah. Lobster, yeah, like lobster. It's just a giant crawdad. How the hell do they think this giant crawdad is worth that much money? I don't know. I don't know.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
That only matters to the people on the rim.
Wonder how I could incorporate that in my little film, Mr. Lee.
Never need to see another one of those for the rest of my damn life.
Jen says true. It's probably that butter flavor crap like Waffle House Waffle House uses to cook with. Yeah. I don't know how much. I don't know how detrimental cottonseed oil is because I think that's what they use. Like um, in the past, many times when I went to the movie theater, I'd get popcorn, and I trying to get them to put enough butter on popcorn for me is kind of hard. Um, um, Now the theater in the town I've been living near, you actually can go make your own popcorn, but it's cold. They don't keep it hot enough. But in the past, what I've told people at the theater, I was like, look, I want some serious I want some popcorn with my butter. It's like pretend like you're trying to kill me, and now go butter my popcorn. Just butter the shit out of it. I want every fucking kernel covered in butter. And then I'll go over to get some of that white cheddar salt flavor and salt the fuck out of it. Still here. Everybody says salt and butter's gonna freaking kill you. The worst thing about that popcorn was the popcorn itself, not the butter and not the salt. You take in too much salt, your body just flushes it out. If you have a problem taking in salt, it's because something's wrong with how your body's functioning. And that has to do with what kind of crap you've been eating. It's not because you ate too much salt. That's just ridiculous. It's just plain ridiculous. It's ass backwards. Your body has the ability to flush out extra salt, so it's just a stupid thing that they came up with. Mr. Lee says Morocco Casablanca has fantastic seafood, huge platter. good that was a long time ago, though. Huh. Jen says that actor that says about the rim, you should find some of his lines from Supernatural. Loved his as Crowley. Yeah, I watched Supernatural for a while, but I was done with it after a while. It didn't hold my attention. But yeah, I remember Crowley in there. That clip there is he's playing a character called Badger in the TV show Firefly. What actor? What is his name? Sure, I can find out real quick. I shouldn't know it, but I should know it. Mark Shepard. Mark Shepard, Mr. Lee. Yeah, Jen got it. Jen got it right there. That English dude, says Mr. Lee. Yeah, is he English?
That only matters to the people on the rim.
Didn't I show a clip from Firefly with him talking to River? Seems like I did. Jen says, yeah, I miss really he played Crowley, the king of the underworld on Supernatural. Mr. Lee says, sounds a bit like me, actually. Does it? You got your accent? Probably gonna get another copyright strike. Well, not a copyright strike. They'll make a claim and then you challenge it and then they say, no, it's fair use. I ain't playing whole episodes of your show and blah, 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 blah. Jen says, ugh, yeah, Mr. Lee. Jen says, dang, talk to Tex. Get it wrong? Yeah, don't trust that talk to text. You gotta edit everything on talk to text. One of the best sci-fi shows, TV shows ever was Firefly. Here's some clips.
River, you can't be here. No, come on.
Paul. Paul!
River, please. Who's that then? Yeah, look at me. What's your story, love?
She's just a passenger.
Yeah? Why is she talking? She's got a secret.
No, I'm
Sure. I got a secret. More than one. Don't seem like they're telling to you. No, do it. Anyone off dating Collie knows better and stop strangers. You're talking about enough for both of us, though, ain't you? Myrna doesn't like you. skipped off home early, monograph jobs here and there. Spent some time in the lockdown, but the licensing came. Now you what? Petty thief with delusions standing? Sad little king of a sad little hill.
Nice to see someone from the old homestead.
Not really. Call me if anyone interesting shows up.
I like that. That there. Exactly the kind of diversion we could have used.
No, but in case you had.
At that point in that episode, the crew was captive by Badger, the character played by Mark Shepard. So him and his guys were holding them captive there, and I think what was meant to be happening there is that because River, the girl, is psychic, so I think she knew that they needed a diversion and provided a diversion because they were planning on trying to fight their way free, and so she came in and started doing that, and they were so freaked, I guess, by her performance because she's sometimes she's screaming because she's freaked out, and it's like the government experimented on her and fiddled with her brain, so she's got some issues. Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, will you be attending Moog's WTF chat or show in chat later this evening, man? I don't know. I have been tuning in and watching maybe about half the show of late, but I don't know if I'll be there tonight. Brian says, wow, out of work early and a random live. It was meant to be. Hello, everyone. Driving home in the pouring rain. Hope all is well. All is well, Brian. I guess you can obviously see we're on the other channel because my normal channel is shut down for a week because YouTube is bullshit. Mr. Lee says Brandy likes Firefly also. I couldn't get along with it. Rubbish. See, there you go, Mr. Lee. That was a good show. Hopefully someone somehow manages to bring it back before all the actors are too old to really do their parts anymore. I imagine they could do the older versions and have like a new generation, but yeah. Brian and Chewy. Jen says, yeah, it got me. Instead of I missed, really was supposed to be, yeah, Mr. Lee, not sure how it got that wrong, but here we are. I'm not even sure I understood what you said there. Man.
Hadn't noticed, her voice kind of carries. We're 2 miles above ground, and they can probably hear her down there. As soon as we unload, she can holler until our ears bleed. Although I would take it as a kindness if she didn't.
Human body can be drained of blood in 8.6 seconds given adequate vacuum systems.
See, morbid and creepifying, I got no problem with. Long as she does it quiet like.
Little soul, big world. Eat, sleep, and eat. Many souls.
Cattle on the ship 3 weeks, she don't go near them. Suddenly we're on Jan Ying and she's got a driving need to commune with the beast.
There weren't cows inside. They were waiting to be, but they forgot. Now they see sky and they remember what they are.
Is it bad that what she said made perfect sense to me?
when he said, "Is it bad that that made perfect sense to him?" The entire point of this show is liberty, freedom. The captain there, Malcolm Reynolds, that's what he believes. That's what he's all about. He wants to be free. And what she said, the reason why it made sense to him is because those cows are they're now in well they're corralled up, but at least they're where they're supposed to be. Open skies, real grass. Mr. Lee says, "Thank you, Lockbeard. Good to see you again. Must go and pick girlfriend up now." Well, you don't have to. You could leave her there. Angel says, "Have a good day, Mr. Lee." Yeah, bye, Mr. Lee. Let's watch a little more, I guess.
What are we up to, sweetheart?
Fixing your Bible.
What?
Bible's broken. Contradictions, false logistics. Doesn't make sense.
No, you can't.
So we'll integrate non-progressional evolution theory with God's creation of Eden. 11 inherent metaphoric parallels already there. 11. Important number, prime number. One goes into the house 11 times, but always comes out 1. Noah's Ark is a problem.
Really?
We'll have to call it early quantum state phenomenon. Only way to fit 5,000 species of mammal in the same boat.
Give me that. Maybe you don't fix the Bible.
It's broken. It doesn't make sense. The snow on the roof is too heavy. They say the ceiling will cave in. His brains are in terrible danger.
River? Please, why don't you come on out?
No, can't. Too much hair.
Is that it?
Hell yes, Reacher. If I didn't have stuff to get done, I'd be in there with her.
It's the rules of my order. Like the book, it symbolizes.
River, honey, he's putting the hair away now.
Doesn't matter. It'll still be there. Waiting.
Yep. Everybody should watch this show. It only lasted one season. I think we talked about it before. I think that sometimes shows get canceled because they hit on points that the government doesn't want people thinking about. Like in this show, where they had a civil war and the independence, which I think correlates with the South, with the Confederacy, as far as the real world Civil War. They lost, just like the South lost, and now everybody is under the thumb of what they call the alliance in the show, but it represents the United States. I definitely think it does, which is evil, corrupt. They, if you piss them off, they'll kill you, they'll imprison you, they'll torture you. So, I think that there was too many parallels there, and this is just one of those shows where I think it got that, because there's no way this show is too good. You look at the Zoe there. She fought with Malcolm the Captain Malcolm. They fought together on the side of the independents, and you know, a lot of people don't want you to think, because if you start making that connection, you're like, well, wait a minute, there was a black person fighting on the side that kind of correlates with the South, and yeah, that actually did freaking happen. You know, because a lot of those people knew damn good and well that the federal government did not give a shit about the slaves. That's a fucking lie. They were perfectly happy to have slavery before the Confederacy formed. For many years, they had it, and they didn't give a fuck. You think they suddenly got an issue because no, they didn't. The South seceded, and the federal government wanted to maintain control of the South, but they need to have a good excuse for why they killed 600,000 Americans for the history books. Oh, we freed the slaves. You're using them, you're hiding behind them. Every single descendant of black slaves should find that insulting. They should find that insulting. You're being used by the federal government to justify their bullshit, murdering 600,000 people. And ignoring the fact that the United States spent many more years benefiting from the use of slaves than the Confederacy even existed. Because before the Confederacy was part of the United States, it was, you know, and nothing was done about slavery before then. But it was an economics thing. It was all about economics. So anyway, I think this show is kind of hinting at these things, these issues, and it probably caught the attention of the wrong person, and then it got canceled. It was too good of a show to just cancel it. And luckily they came back and made made a movie to conclude the show, because the show got cut off. So they made the movie and made a fairly decent conclusion to the show.
It'll still be there, waiting.
Care to make the first incision, Dr. Tan? Happy birthday, son.
Happy birthday, son.
How did you know, River?
There is a vestigial mode of time measurement based on solar cycles. It's not applicable. I didn't get you anything.
Seems fresh warrant for your arrest came over.
I mean, present company excluded.
Let's not be excluding people. That'd be rude.
River, no.
He's bleeding.
That's deep.
You okay?
River.
He looks better in red. Doing it backwards.
Yeah, as you can see, she was at times got pretty crazy. Brian says king crab is delicious, better than lobster. Yeah, I think I'd say that. The lobster was okay. I just didn't find it too horribly impressive.
Walking up the downslide.
Keep quiet. This is the recovery ward. This is where patients come to get better.
Going to die.
No one is going to die.
He is.
No, he's not.
She's a liar.
That don't exactly set her apart from the rest of us. Wonder sounds fun enough.
She's a liar and no good will come of her.
Well, as a rule, I say, girl folk ain't to be trusted.
Jane is a girl's name.
Jane ain't a girl. She starts in on that girl.
Also, I can't kill you with my brain.
Yeah, too bad Papa Craig isn't here to experience his very own clip.
Jesus Christ! Oh, can we try the big silver one again?
And Joe's band. I don't know if it's his favorite band, but he likes that band.
Any packages for me?
Familiar.
My food is problematic.
Girls mind reading jeans. Can't even figure out how to eat ice.
Did we get something fun?
You are such a boo.
This here is a recipe for unpleasantness. Does she understand that?
She understands. She doesn't comprehend.
I'm glad we made that distinction. No touching guns, okay?
No touching.
River.
It's getting very, very crowded.
Am I dreaming?
We all are. Don't make faces.
Go on, get in there. Give your brother a thrashing for messing up your plan.
He takes so much looking after.
Jen says, I like scallops. No work for the payoff. Yeah, scallops is my favorite seafood. Yeah, Brian says you can't go wrong with scallops. Somebody sent me a video the other day, like the world's best steak or whatever. It's a restaurant. It's in Spain, I think it was, and it's in a cave. It's dug into. There's a cave, and they aged the meat in there, and it's just ridiculous. I don't know if I could find that or not. Maybe. Yeah, it's this one here.
Hey everyone, hope you're happy.
Skip ahead. That's where they're cutting it up for them, but let me put it where they bring it out.
Melt in your mouth. Jalapeno and grape.
Oh, that's they had like multiple courses.
Very nice.
Oh, grease the plates. Melt in your mouth. Jalapeno and grapefruit on marrow. Ox marrow. Oh, this is the meatiest marrow I've ever had in my life. Oh, yeah. Well, a lattice of roasted red peppers.
Right. Yes. Bueno, eh?
Oh, there it is. Wow. Oh, grease the plates.
One breed from North Portugal. The breed, the animal live here in my farm.
Is your favorite, right?
Yes.
Your favorite?
No, not my favorite.
You have many favorites?
It's one more. This
Like a girlfriend?
9 years old.
9 years old?
Yes.
Wow.
On dry age, 160 days.
Wow.
It has a different mask.
Oh. Wow, the drizzle. The drizzle. Wow. This is the fat?
Yes. In the grill.
Wow.
Muchas gracias. Jose, this entire day has all come down to this, and just Jose, the way he slices that steak for the final finishing touch and all the different parts, he knows exactly how to slice it to perfection, actually, to absolute perfection. And the aroma of it, the cheesy complexity, absolutely unbelievable. 180 day aged. I mean, all the other dishes were spectacular, but it all comes down to this. I can't even. Perfectly.
Would you say?
Oh, El Capricho. This is the whole reason for the pilgrimage here. Mm. Oh. Oh, wow. That. Mm.
Beef flavor.
It's just the pureness. The beef just keeps on coming. Yeah, that's the most intense, most flavorful beef. And all of these are like different sections of what he sliced off. Wow.
This is bigger.
Good. Component.
Yes.
Cheese.
So those pieces near more in season. Yeah. You go right in. So as you
Grab that and stick it on.
okay, another thing that he gave us is all that yellow fat. They took it and re-grilled it until it's crispy and served it on an entire plate of fat, crispy fat. Oh. And they said the pro tip is to eat it with the meat.
Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. Look.
Bueno, los veo luego.
Yeah, that is definitely how it should be done. Like, normally you go to a steak restaurant, you can't really ask for something quite that extravagant. They'll be like, what the hell's this guy? Like, for me, you take a ribeye and with some tongs and you hold it on its side on the edges and put the fat, at least the thickest side down on the grill and try to get, some crispiness going on that fat. And then once you got that, 5 seconds on one side, 5 seconds on the other side of the steak, and then throw it on the plate. So it's extremely rare, a blue steak. but the fat ends up cooked. But I can only really get that if I cook the steak myself, or if I ever go to this place. Apparently, they'll trim off the fat and go grill it up for me proper and bring it back, which is awesome. Jen says, Joe and I are going to do the carnivore show Friday. Guess I better get to reading. Are y'all thinking about trying to be carnivores? That's cool. Let me jump over on. We'll check the chat on YouTube real quick. Everything looks fine, I think. All right. Pull up some Bart K. I mean, there's a number of different people you can look to on YouTube. For carnivore information, but Bart K is kind of it's kind of funny to listen to sometimes. Does weird stuff. He's strange. He acts a little strange, but you can get a lot of good information. I don't know if I got a good clip. What's he got going on here? I don't think it stayed on StreamYard. No, it didn't. Popped off. Hold on just a second.
Then it will activate the random cycle, which will activate the liponodogenesis, which will activate both inflammatory process and also process of adiposity generation, increasing fat gain, that sort of thing. So that would clear out the acetylcholine in that way, long before it would lead to an increase through the metabolic weight, I guess, of extra acetylcoenzyme A through to cholesterol, which is about 3 or 4 pages down the metabolic tree from the issues I've just been talking about at the basal metabolic level. Okay. Those are my thoughts on that. That's what I believe to be the case.
Right. I struggle not having a whiskey at the end of the day, then I really struggle not eating something I shouldn't.
Okay, we'll talk to Tim about helping you through that. That's your thing.
Yeah. All about the eating behaviors that you don't like, the addiction, or just really bad fucking habits.
Yes. Somewhere on the interwebs. Such an odyssey might lead you to find that channel, and you can find my thoughts on Spiriaguiartis there. In short, the boy is a fucktard, a complete waste of skin, and an idiot of the highest order.
That weird name there, they're saying any thoughts on Cervijay, or however you pronounce it, with the number 3 in it. That guy, well, I mean, I can't say it any better than Professor Bart K says here, is that the guy is a goddamn fucktard.
Order without the first clue of what he's talking about, and is also a bloke that does huge damage to the credibility of the carnivore community by claiming to be one of us. He's not, he's a fool.
Okay. Is milk bad for the prostate?
Nope. That's a good one.
Read cardio. I can't speak. I have frogs in my mouth. Throat, I mean. You say humans should walk or sprint. I like to skateboard. My average heart rate is 100 beats per minute per session over 1 to 3 hours.
Yep.
My resting heart rate range is 48 to 59. Is my heart rate range while skating damaging?
No, not that level. The damaging stuff is more like 130 to 160, plus or minus depending on your age, stage, etc. It's a very individual thing to work out where your particular levels are. It involves doing some physiological testing on you. That's very much a consultancy issue. And guess where you can organise consultancies? Yes, that's right, at the link at the bottom of the screen. That's right.
Milk is a plant-based milk, apparently.
Is it? Never heard of it.
Milk can get fucked in.
There are no plant-based milks, by the way. Milk is the excretions, the lactation excretions of a mammal. Good.
Does raw stem enhance ultra capsules? Do you have to eat them when I take them?
Do you have to eat them when you take them? You can open the capsules if that's what you mean and just consume the powder in a smoothie form or whatever.
I think maybe, do I have to take them with a meal?
Oh, well, no.
Well, I suspect that that's
okay, if that's what you mean, do I need to take a meal with it? No. You don't.
Harry Palmos.
Oh, Jesus. Harry's not even here to defend himself. We're taking the piss, frankly.
Oh, Shelley's fault.
Yes. Shelley, who is on dusters again.
Jen says, no, the subsets of carnivora, not straight carnivora. Carnivora, you talking about the order carnivora? The as far as the phylogenetic classification of carnivorous mammals? You talking about that carnivora? I see you used A at the end instead of E, so I thought that was a typo at first, but you said it twice. Carnivora, so it makes me think you're talking about order carnivora, cats, dogs, that kind of stuff. Jen says I'm not up to date on all of that, so I need to read up on the subsets and the evolution. Yeah, this is sounding like you're talking about order carnivora. So, all the dogs, cats, bears, walruses, even raccoons, all those super carnivore animals. Why are you specifically looking at them though? I mean, it seems like a strange subject for so especially with the whole, maybe you're doing it with connection to the dogman phenomenon, the supposed dogman phenomena, like this shouldn't be a discussion, this dogman thing. It's really damn obvious that people watch too many damn werewolf movies. There is way too much genetic difference between humans and dogs to think that there could be any kind of accidental crossbreeding, even on a random fluke. Of course, some people have tried to suggest that this is a magical thing and blah, 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 blah. Other people have tried to suggest that the government is playing around with CRISPR and blending different types of animals together, and they created these supposed dog man types. And of course, some people are claiming that there are multiple types of dog men, or the different ones will have a more human-like foot, and others have a more dog-like foot, and just all these ridiculous fuck claims. But I guess there's a few people out there that would suggest that this is something that may have evolved and it's just gone under the radar. Except there is none, zero fossil evidence of intermediates leading up towards some kind of half man, half dog looking thing. This thing is straight the fuck out of fantasy. It's absolutely a ridiculous claim. People are making either the dogman sightings are either people who are mistaken of what they saw, or they're goddamn liars. That's the only options I can see. Unless you believe that the government or some kind of private entity is fucking around with DNA and doing some crazy shit. But look, this werewolf legend has existed for a long time. I think someone even made the point that the people of the same ancestry as those in Europe that had werewolf legends, those people of that ancestry are more likely to supposedly see Dogman. So that really starts to show that you're primed, right? Your culture primes you to see certain things a certain way. So, yeah. So these people, and people don't want to admit that. They feel like it makes them look stupid that they got fooled. They let their eyes play tricks on them, let their mind play tricks on them. This is just a real. This is just a real aspect of the human psyche. Your brain's all the time trying to piece together this and that when you're seeing it. That's what pareidolia is. It's trying to keep you safe. And it's better to be mistaken that there is an enemy combatant hiding in the bushes. It's better to mistake a shadow for an enemy combatant, and you're still safe. There's nothing there. You're still safe, so it's cool. It's better to make that mistake than to make the mistake of not spotting an enemy combatant in the bushes. So your mind it's like your mind's a little overzealous about picking out those faces in the bushes, or a predatory creature, or even prey, to make sure it's overdoing it as far as making sure that you see stuff. So an artifact of this is occasionally you think you see something but you didn't actually see it. So there's different stuff going on in your mind, and so people, they're too prideful, too much ego to admit that they could have been mistaken, and they're like, I know what I saw. You hear that all the time. I know what I saw. Well, maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't. Of course, it's not always the case. If you get close to something, you're close enough to something that you just can't make a mistake. But some people will swear up and down that they could not possibly make a mistake, and they're looking at something, at too great a distance. And so those are two different things. 20 feet and a quarter mile distance, for example, two different things. You can be far more easily fooled by the more distant thing that you saw. So yeah, fucking dog man. Absolutely ridiculous dog man nonsense. There's nothing. There's no. You would see something. People all the time try to say, "Oh, I didn't evolve from an ape." They always say there's a gap in the fossil record. There's because it's not like there's a fossil for the year freaking 4 million BC, and then there's another fossil for the year 4,000,001 BC, and another fossil for 4,000,002 BC. That's not how it works. There's always gaps of, thousands of years, but you see the progression. If you learn the fossil record, you'll see that it is a very clear cut. You might as well, if you lay it all out in a book, it's just like reading a book. You can read evolution happening in the fossil record. But so if you tell them, well, we got this fossil from 400,000 years ago and this other fossil from 200,000 years ago, but you have nothing in between there. So there's this 200,000 year gap, and that somehow disproves the whole damn thing. Well, the people who say that, I'll just fucking say it, goddamn morons. You don't know fuck all about the fossil record. You don't know shit. But you just want to debunk it, and you will point to the most ignorant bullshit to debunk it. I'm sorry if this is the goddamn reality. I'm sorry that you feel that your God is not powerful enough to have invented or created evolution. That's what I choose to hear from what you're saying. You do not believe your God is creative enough or powerful enough to design evolution. Doesn't that nicely package everything up where you can now accept evolution because it is a goddamn fact? The evidence is overwhelming. I'm sorry, it just is. And so now you have to reconcile that with your religious beliefs. And if you choose to ignore facts we can prove because you have this ridiculous belief of this bullshit over here, like the age of the earth, it doesn't say anywhere in the Bible how old the earth is, but they're latched onto this 5,000 or 6,000 year number because some fucktard said so some years back, and it doesn't say how old the fucking world is in the goddamn Bible. Point to the fucking verse, and there isn't one. But they've got it latched in their head. It's been ingrained into their fucking programming, and you can't reach these people. You can't even compromise them. I'm not for no compromise. Why can't we just say that your God created evolution and call it a day? Because we can prove evolution all day long. With the fossil record, with the genetics. It's just absolutely undeniable at this point. Some people try to point to out of place artifacts, blah blah blah. There's always going to be these people finding these confounding, objects and trying to say this proves something's out of whack. Well, why are you jumping straight to, this just proves the massive mountain of evidence for evolution? Why don't you jump to something like, well, clearly this artifact that's appeared way earlier than it should have somehow was sent back through a temporal portal and went back in time, and that's how it ended up in that place. They don't. They might as well stream up some really funky, crazy, magical bullshit like that, and instead of trying to take down a very, very solid science like evolutionary biology. And hey, if I saw real holes in evolutionary biology, I would call it out like I do with quantum physics. There's all kinds of holes with quantum physics. See, I'm not afraid to address a science that has problems, that looks like it's screwed up. So trust Lockbeard. You gotta trust Lockbeard. So yeah, that whole if you on the subsets and the evolution, isn't it funny how you have that whole group and how they diversified the way they did, and you got a fucking teacup poodle over here and a freaking walrus over here and a stupid fucking house cat over there, but they're all part of the same phylogenetic order, carnivora. Nothing remotely upright and walking around like a man. So I don't know. I think some people maybe they saw a wolf like who's put his paws up on a log or a rock, and so they're just somewhat standing upright, appearing to, but they're not really standing upright. Maybe some people mistaken something like that. Maybe people really just saw a shadow in a bush, just like with Bigfoot and other stuff that the pareidolia kicked in, and so I think there's either mistaken identity or people are lying about Dogman. It's one of those. I think it's very extremely low likelihood that there's a freaking Dogman. But I think there is a very high likelihood that there is Sasquatch, Bigfoot, forest people. That would fit very well with what we have. It would a Bigfoot would. I mean, we have some pretty big skeletons, and who's to say? Because, like I've said, I'm telling you, the morphologically speaking, Sasquatch is almost certainly Homo sapiens, not just the Homo genus, not just a hominid, but straight up Homo sapiens. I don't know how long we'd have to talk to really analyze that and to break that down. I thought we did enough, but maybe not. I think if it's real, it's almost certainly Homo sapiens, which means when you find the skeleton of the thing, the hair's gone, right? The hair's gone. You could be looking at a lot of times what they're identifying as a human skeleton, but it's really Sasquatch. I mean, it's still human, but it's Sasquatch. There could be a number of those skeletons that are, science, well known to science, and nobody's denying that skeleton exists and it's real. It's just that they don't understand that when in life, that person had hair all over them and they were one of the forest people. That's how Joe spelled it. Yeah, if he spelled it carnivora, and you're talking about subsets, the evolution, then he's probably talking about the order carnivora. Dogs, cats, bears, walruses, fucking trash pandas. That's raccoons, trash pandas. Jen says, yep, that stuff, you got it. Awesome. Mr. Hughes here, welcome. How's it going? Jen says, Joe finds it interesting. It's a, wait a minute, what? No Dogman I know of. Wait a minute, what about the order carnivora? I wonder what that's going to be about. I wonder how that's going to... Sandra's here, welcome. Jen says, hi, Sandra. Angel says, bears. Yeah. Why are you asking the question about bears? I mean, they're part of the order of carnivora. I don't know. I don't know why you're asking the question about bears. Are you referring to like trash pandas? No, trash pandas are raccoons. People call raccoons trash pandas, if that's what you're talking about. Jen says, when is your checkout time? You have been on here for over 2 hours. I think it's noon here, but yeah, I'm gonna shut her down any minute now and go ahead and get underway. Angel says bears being mistaken for Dogman. Oh, I think sometimes that may be the case. Yeah, because bears can stand up on their back legs. They don't move very well on their back legs. They're not designed for doing that as far as uh, and moving around like that. They can make it happen, just like you can train a dog to stand on its back legs and walk, but it's not it's not good for them. It's hard on their joints and stuff, and it's not their natural movement. A lot of things can learn to move in a natural way that what they're supposed to. You know, a human can get on down on all fours and run around if they want to, but they're not going to move around very efficiently, and it's you know, you can't hardly lift your head up high enough to look forward properly if you did that. And uh, so when people try to say, well, see, look, the bear's walking on the back. No, that's not how the bear is supposed to get around, really. Just because they can do that doesn't mean anything to support anybody's theories about whatever. Angel says it makes your heart beat faster when they pop up on the other side of the berry patch. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're there for the berries. So you're probably okay as long as you back away slowly and don't run. Don't run. I think you're still in the berries.
How many other variables besides the lack of dietary vitamin C lead to scurvy?
Well, that's the main one that I'm aware of. Are there other things that can lead to scurvy other than vitamin C deficiency?
I guess if you would have a very obscure diet and get some sort of severe deficiency in certain amino acids, maybe. But that doesn't sound like feasible.
In which case, that would be amino acid deficiency and not scurvy. The presentation might be the same, the symptoms might be the same, but it's not scurvy by definition unless it's caused by a vitamin C deficiency, I think. Don't know. Got me.
Gotcha.
Got me.
My grandfather's uncles, living in the 1800s, lived to the ages of 102 and 103 years old, before tons of sugar, before tons of seed oils, and before processed foods.
Yep. The genetic predisposition for a human being, based on the comparative anatomy and physiology from across the animal kingdom, etc., leads those scientists to suggest to us that a normal, natural human lifespan is actually about 150.
Hear that? 150.
So if you just get out of your way and do everything right and lead a blameless life health-wise, you should actually expect to live well beyond 100. And almost nobody in the world does, relative to the number of people in the world. And it's because of the way we live. We just need to get out of our own bloody way as a species and we would live much longer.
And that's one thing he talks about every so often is that humans appears we're supposed to live quite a bit longer. Everyone says, well, back in prehistory, humans only lived to like 35 and all this nonsense. And it doesn't appear that that's, well, for one, you're talking about dying from accidents and stuff like that. That's a different deal than like what your actual, how long you would live if you didn't, get killed by a bear or stomped by a mastodon you were trying to hunt or something like that. So one has to remember that, they didn't have an ambulance back in the day. If you broke your leg, you didn't have people to help you. get out of wherever you're at, you were probably going to die. Some kind of predator might catch up with you, an infection may occur, and you're fucked. But Professor Bart K here, he is a strong advocate of carnivore for a carnivorous diet for humans, as in do not eat any plants, period. I don't mean include meat in your diet. I mean your diet is nothing but fatty meat. And he says that humans should be living, well, you heard him just now, way longer if we just stop eating all the poisonous stuff that we're not supposed to eat. So people think, well, if it's so poisonous, why don't I drop dead? Well, all poisons aren't immediately lethal. Some you poison yourself over many years, and that sounds pretty lethal to me. Eventually, if you die at 80 instead of 150 like you were supposed to, that poison did freaking kill you. Well, in our case, it's going to be multiple poisons because we're eating all kinds of plants, and we're told that they're healthy, and every piece of actual evidence shows that they are not healthy for you, and you really should not eat any plants at all. Angel says, I gladly share. They need them too. Yeah, they need them too. Let's see if he's got anything else to say about longevity.
Okay.
Yep.
No, they're going to move on to something else. All right. We've been on here 2 hours. I need to get underway, pull up anchor, and start driving. So Saturday, normal time for LOCKBEARD Phenomena on here, 6 o'clock, unless something else gets in my way. I don't know. I may or may not do another random live in between here and there, but we'll see. Thank you all for coming. Spread the word to people. Say, I'm going to be over on this channel instead of the other one for a week because YouTube is asshole.
Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because subscribing makes you feel good.
See ya. Well, Saturday, I imagine.